And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia, and welcome to another live stream for your Wednesday night. It is currently 8 p.m. here in New South Wales, and we're here to talk about the massive news today. Obviously, Tom Dearden re-signing with the Cowboys until 2029. And the Sharks picking up Dearden on a big deal. So, wow. Unbelievable news. The Dragons, look, we'll get into them as well. They must be in damage control, the Dragons. Whether it be a Cogra or whether it be a Wollongong, the Dragons must be in just damage control, man. Also, I just want to say hello to everyone that is watching the stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. Once again, I hope everyone's doing well. I know it's Christmas week, and a lot of people don't really care about rugby league news in December, but when you have players like Tom Dearden re-signing on, to 2029, and you have a big-name player like Dearden changing clubs for 2025, then it's definitely newsworthy enough to go live, I reckon, and to talk about it, so huge. Hello to Josh Rabideau's 2024. Hello to William Pearson, Jason Reader. Guys, if you're new around here, I hope you guys can subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. Make sure to also like the stream. Would really appreciate that. And, press the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. Share the content around on social media, whether it be Instagram, TikTok, X, which is Twitter, other social media platforms. And it's good to be live with you guys here tonight. But yeah, the big news, obviously, Tom Dearden, folks. Tommy Dearden re-signing with my team, the North Queensland Cowboys. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be completely honest here. I was a little bit nervous about this. I know the Dragons offered like an extra $200,000 to take Tom Dearden, which, had me a little bit nervous. I was like, fuck, if we lose Tom Dearden, our future plans are going to be, up in the air. They're going to be all over the place. So I'm glad we were able to, re-sign Tom Dearden. I think it's a huge thing for the club. Obviously, we stole Tom Dearden from the Broncos a few years back when the Broncos didn't really want him and didn't really believe in him, I don't believe. And we picked him up on a pretty cheap deal. Now he's getting a fairly good contract from us. We've offered him a really good deal and he's accepted it. I'm glad he didn't go to the Dragons. He would have been going to a team that's struggling and team that's trying to, rebuild, I suppose. So I'm glad he's staying with us. Obviously we had a great year in 2022, and then obviously last year, 2023, things just didn't go to plan. Very, very hot and cold season for us. So 2024, I reckon we'll be back with a bang. And, we've locked in Drinkwater long term, locked in Dearden, locked in Reece Robson, locked in Jeremiah Nanai, locked in pretty much everyone that we needed to. I am a little bit concerned about the Heilum Lukey stuff. The reason why I'm concerned about the Heilum Lukey stuff is because he's been offered really good money from the Dragons. And if he goes to the Dragons, he probably starts in the back row. If he stays with us, he's probably just getting a bench spot and only playing probably 15, 20 minutes a game. So I'm a little bit worried about Heilum Lukey. He might end up leaving, but, if it does leave, it's not the end of the world. We've got Nanai, who's an Origin second row. We've got Leilua, who plays second row for Samoa. We got Kuli Finifuiaki, who's a really good young kid coming through the system. And then we've got Jack Jajeski, who's proven to be good depth for us as well. So if Heilum Lukey does leave, it's not the end of the world for the Cowboys. I think we'll be fine. Alright, I can see now we're starting to get a bit of a bigger crowd. again, like I said before, it's good to be with you guys. I hope everyone's doing well. Christmas week, obviously, big week, big time of the year. So hope everyone has a great Christmas. Just want to say that as well. Hope everyone has a fantastic Christmas and everything like that. Now, on to the live chat here. Nathan's put in a thing there. He said, Dearden never showed any sight of leaving. Well done to the Cowboys. Well, the only thing that concerned me, Nathan, was the Dragons offered him an extra 200,000 to go down to the Dragons, down to the Gong or down to Cogra, and he did decline. So I'm glad Dearden stayed loyal. We gave him a start. Really, the Broncos didn't really use him the way that we have, and he's been he's shown his loyalty now. So, and Tom Dearden has gotten so much better too over the years. So, future's bright, man. Future's bright. The other thing I want to mention, because I will get to the Cronulla Blake stuff as well. Look, as a Cowboys supporter, and I go to a lot of Cowboys games, man, especially the ones that are away because it's closer to me to get to. But I can see this squad that we have. It's really building slowly, and things are looking really strong, man. So, look, I will obviously say that we'll go on to win the comp and we'll do all these great things, but the future at the Cowboys is extremely bright. So, promising signs for us going forward, especially with Dearden re-signing. That just makes things go a lot better for us. No pressure on other players, so it's good for us. Now, I'm not exactly sure, money-wise, how much Dearden re-signed for. I've been looking for it online all afternoon and I can't find anything. So it'll probably be a day or two until they announce that. How much a year he's re-signed for, how much he's going to be on per year. Look, I'm going to say that we probably gave Dearden maybe 700,000 a year. It would have been a good deal. We wouldn't have offered him a shit contract. Because the Dragons offered him 800, 900,000. So we would have probably offered about 7. So I'm very glad that we were able to re-sign Tom Dearden. And I'm not sure if he took unders, but I reckon he would have took unders. Maybe just, compared to what the Dragons were offering him. So we'll see how all that goes. Probably won't have enough money to re-sign Hillam Lukey. Jack, that's the other concern I've got. I don't know if we can keep Hillam Lukey. Like I said before, Nanai's a starting back rower. He's an Origin player. Leilua plays for Samoa. Then you got Fini Fuiaki coming through as the young rookie. Jajeski's very good depth. And the negative about Hillam Lukey is probably it doesn't seem to be able to go 8 games without getting an injury. So, look, I love Hillam Lukey. I think he's got a big future, but I don't know if he's going to fit in our future plans unless he moves to a different position like the front row. But I think he's a second row. Anyway, let's move on from the Tom Dearden stuff. Let's talk about Addin Fonua-Blake. That's the big one. Obviously, he's at the Warriors at the moment, and there was rumours of him leaving early, but he's going to stay at the Warriors in 2024. And then 2025, he gets off to a new start. He's going to the Sharks, and the Sharks, man, I can't believe they pulled this off. Considering the Tigers were interested, then they pulled out. The Bulldogs were interested, then they pulled out. And then it just seemed like the Dragons were the only ones that were going to sign him. And the Dragons seemed to have the most money out of every team in Sydney. And then it looked like he was going to go there. And the Sharks put in a late bid a couple of days ago. Just the last bit of effort. And Cronulla have managed to pull it off. Cronulla have signed Addin Fonua-Blake from 2025 onwards Unbelievable. If you're a Cronulla fan, you should be over the moon, man. Like, you're getting a Dally M prop. Like, he was one of the best props this season. I think this is massive for the Sharks. I'm not saying it puts them into the top 4 and makes them the contenders, to win the grand final or anything, but it definitely makes their forward pack so much stronger than what it currently is. What I will say, obviously, with the salary cap and everything like that, I don't think the Sharks will be able to keep all their forwards. Like, I think they're probably going to lose one of them. Like, Hamlin-Uele might be the one on the way out. Like, obviously, Royce Hunt's the future. Hazelton seems like he's the future. Rudolph looks comfortable. Finucane's coming to the end, so maybe he will be pushed out the door. Hamlin-Uele could be pushed out. So I'd say one of those two are probably going to end up leaving at some point. Finucane or Hamlin-Uele. I can see Hamlin-Uele maybe going to the Warriors. Maybe not a player swap deal, but Hamlin-Uele I can see going to the Wires and potentially being the leader of that team. As for Finucane, look, 2022 Finucane was outstanding. 2023 Finucane was definitely a step backwards. I know he had a few injuries and everything like that, but Finucane seems to have lost his touch a little bit. Maybe he's just getting older. Maybe the injuries caught up to him and he just didn't have the year that we all thought he would. But getting Cronulla getting Finucane Blake, it puts them up the ladder a bit higher. If they're a team like they were in 2023, finishing 6th, they probably go up to like 4th or 5th. They go up a few positions with Finucane Blake there. So, huge pickup. I think McInnes and Finucane Blake could build a good combination. Obviously, McInnes at lock forward, Finucane Blake and Finucane Blake at prop. Like, Cronulla definitely, they're definitely looking a lot better going forward. Like, their future looks looking good, man. Finucane Blake, Rudolph, McInnes, Royce Hunt, Hazelton, Oregon Kaufusi's still there, I think. So, massive from Cronulla, man. Massive. Hosea XCI, how you going, bro? Hope you're well, mate. But yeah, I was just going to touch on this as well. Obviously, with Finucane Blake heading to the Shire in 2025, I spoke to a couple of Warriors people earlier, especially my good friend Warriors NRL Fanatics, and once again, the Warriors get nothing out of it. They lose Finucane Blake and they don't get anyone in return. So the Warriors are going to have to go out and try and get a big name player now, big name prop forward. So the Warriors have got some hunting to do to try and replace Finucane Blake, which is going to be hard to do. So if I was the Warriors, I'd definitely be looking at Hamlin-Uele. I think he's one that can really, make that forward pack strong, and they probably need another forward as well, like another front rower. Probably, someone at that, level of Hamlin-Uele. I mean, of that level of Finucane Blake. So, I don't know what the Warriors are going to do, but they must be in panic mode now. And back onto the Dragons. Gee, it's been a tough day for Dragon supporters. They were trying to get Tom Dearden. They got knocked back. They thought they had Finucane Blake locked in. That got knocked back. The Dragons' biggest rivals, Cronulla, ended up taking Finucane Blake. So that's 2 strikes on the Dragons, which would have pissed them off. And then the whole Amone thing this afternoon, where it seems like Amone is going to get sacked for that hammer incident, off-field incident, where he ended up in court and whatnot, and he may get sacked. So 3 big blows against the Dragons. So obviously the Dearden stuff didn't go their way, and their big rivals, Cronulla, obviously come in and they took Finucane Blake, who everyone thought he was heading to the Dragons, and then the Amone stuff this afternoon. So tough day for Dragons fans, man. Tough day. It's been a tough last couple of years for them, to be honest. They've had a tough decade. Like, I think the Dragons have only made the finals, 3 times since 2010. 10, 11, and 18. So it's been a tough run for the Dragons. But, things will turn. Look at the Tigers. They seem to be about to sign Luai, but who knows? Maybe the Bulldogs will still sign him. Who knows? But crazy stuff. But look, I think just last thing I'll mention. I think Cronulla Blake going to the Sharks is a great signing for Cronulla. I think it'll make them a much better team. I think he'll make the forward pack really good, and he'll be a good leader for him. And Tom Dearden to the Cowboys, I think it's a great thing for the Cowboys to keep Tom Dearden there with Drinkwater and Robertson long term, and keep that combination, and everyone's gelling and getting better. So I think that's good for us as well. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up the live stream. That's just my thoughts on Dearden and Cronulla Blake and everything else going on right now in the NRL news and reports and whatnot. Thank you all for tuning in to this little, 16-minute live stream. Hope you guys have a fantastic Wednesday night. And I will see you guys probably tomorrow for another stream of some sort. We'll let you guys know if anything changes. Anyway, have a good night, everyone. And we'll see you in the next one.